Plaintiff Julie Williamson says when she was romantically involved with the defendant, he admitted that he was married, but claimed he had been separated for 4 years. Julie claims she ended the romance after the defendant failed to divorce his wife, and she's suing him because he begged her for a loan and has yet to repay her. Defendant Mark Warner says he and Julie hit it off in the beginning, but sexually she was set in her ways, and eventually they simply evolved into friends. Mark insists he never begged Julie for a loan, and he's countersuing for office furnishings.
Start with you.
I met Mark in the spring of 2008, and we became romantically involved for a short period of time. He told me at that time that he was still married, but that he had been separated for 4 years from his wife. In June, he told me that he was planning on starting divorce proceedings the first part of July, which I thought fine. I didn't ask him or question him about it. So July came and went, and nothing had happened. So I thought to myself, well, this isn't a man of his word, and I really don't want to become seriously involved with him. So our relationship, after a few months, just organically kind of evolved into a friendship, casual, And then in about mid-2010, he started calling me and telling me how bad off financially he was, and that he really needed a loan from me. And I agreed at the end of 2010 to loan him some money under the condition that he would sign a loan agreement.
Let me get some background from you. You wanted to say something?
Well, yeah, I didn't necessarily plead for a loan from her, really. Honestly, I didn't do that. I told her the way things were and with the economy as such as it was. I needed the loan to help with my insurance.
So you
for
did
my
ask
contract.
her.
I didn't say, can you give me a loan, Julie? She kind of sort of offered it, that I remember.
How did she know you needed it?
Because I told her that my insurance had lapsed for my contractor's license.
That's called dry begging.
Well, perhaps so.
That's when you just say things that you know are going to provoke some type of response from a person, particularly if they're a friend. If you call a friend and say, hey, how you doing? Well, my lights are all shut off today.
Well, they are.
Yeah, and it's because I owe $100. Oh, I wish I had $100. If I only had $100. That's called dry begging. Yeah, you begged her. You asked her. Calling her with your problem. What she have to do with your problems?
Nothing, sir.
What are you calling her, telling her? You telling her like you tell a bank.
I understand,
You go to the bank and you say, oh, I'm in bad shape. I need a loan. You went to her, you say, oh, I'm in bad shape. You just left out the loan part. Okay, ma'am, you want to proceed?
Yes.
Nonetheless, did he sign a note?
Yes, he did.
That's the biggest issue. You did sign it, sir?
Yes, I did.
Plaintiff Julie Williamson says when she started dating the defendant, he claimed he was in the process of divorcing his wife, but she ended the romance after he failed to do so.
Let me just allow you to tell me what you want me to know, because you seem like you have a lot pinned up inside that you believe is going to shed some great light on this. Go ahead.
Well, not necessarily, but I did sign the promissory note because she wanted to do that, and I needed it. Quite honestly, I was honestly planning on paying her back, and Julie and I were hit it off really well as friends initially, and we're sexual relationship, and it was good at first. But she is very
good at first.
When you get older, sometimes you get set in your ways, and you're kind of used to having things your way. Well, that's kind of a lot like Julie, and maybe it's menopause or whatever, running hot and cold and such.
Maybe it's a lack of skills in the bedroom.
It could be. Ooh. I do not agree with that at all, sir. But in any event,
let's move on. You want to leave her alone?
I'd like to, if I may continue. Begging Your Honor's pardon. In any event, the relationship did devolve into just friends. I mean, essentially, we'd just sit on the couch. She'd watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and fall asleep, and then off to bed she'd go, and I'd stay on the couch. And I didn't get in the bedroom because usually I was snoring too much.
You're too busy on Facebook.
In any event, sir. But why'd you all break up?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the sex thing, and also because I was separated. and we had not done our divorce paperwork. And it took me a long time to do that.
Ma'am, you said that you all signed a note whereby he agreed to pay the $1,400 at 5% interest.
Correct.
All right. And he was to be paying how much a month?
$100 a month starting in the first part of February, and then $100 a month thereafter for 5 more months, and then a balloon payment of $870 in the first part of August to get it all taken care of.
All right. And he's failed to pay what portion? What's the balance?
$1,370 for that loan.
Now, the unpaid wages, what is that about?
For my son, shortly after I made the loan to Mark, he got a job in my area supervising a construction job in a nearby town. He also needed help from an assistant to be like his right-hand man on the job. So he convinced me to bring my son over for about 4 weeks. So
what was the agreement for all of this?
Initially, he agreed to pay him $14 an hour.
Pay who?
My son.
Okay, you can't sue for your son.
Okay.
All right.
It was just the principle.
I got the point. He had your son do work for him.
Correct,
and
then didn't
believe
pay
he
him.
owes your son.
Yes.
Then you have your son sue him. Why shouldn't you pay the balance of this loan, sir?
Well, let me say, Your Honor, I was traveling, doing my work that I did as I did, and then when the economy went bad, the work went away. I mean, I don't even have. I'm staying on a friend of mine's property right now. I lost my home. When she gave me the loan, I told her I was going to use it to renew my insurance, and I was trying to keep a roof over my head and a truck under my butt. So I fibbed to her. I lied to her. I said, yeah, I paid my insurance, but I hadn't. I'd paid a truck payment and then a house payment. And so that's basically where I'm at right now. So I'm trying to rebuild it. Now things are starting to turn around, and were we not here, I would be working on getting money up to her.
All right. Well, it won't be long because we're going to send you on your way very quickly. This counterclaim for office furnishings, how does she owe you for that?
She was starting her business that she does. She does massage therapist, and she needed a chair to be able to get this one of her first jobs that she got. So, hey, we went and got it, and I helped her out with that. And she needed a computer because her computer wasn't working, so I helped her out with that. I didn't say, Julie, look, you got to pay me back X day for this. We were friends, and I helped her out when money was tight for her. I flipped her a few bucks, and she likewise. It went back and forth.
You flipped her $1,400?
No.
Well, then it wasn't likewise.
No, probably
$1,400.
Probably on other things, perhaps so. In fact, maybe even more. Who knows? I mean, I wasn't keeping count.
The sex was so awful. He kept flipping me money, right?
I wasn't.
Right.
No.
All right, sir. We're going to grant her judgment for her loan and the interest thereof. So that would be $1,370, ma'am. I can't grant you your wages for your son. He'll have to sue on his own. $1,370 is your judgment with regard to the furnishings and the things you did for her. Those were gifts, sir. I'll leave that massage issue alone.
I'm an LMP.
She's
an LMP.
She's very good.
I'm an LMP.
All right. I was just trying to see if he eased his way in off that massage table.
No, to be quite honest, I had very few of them. Very, very few. Precious few.
Well, you're really mad. No wonder you're mad. He wasn't able to benefit from the great services of his woman.
Not all of them, sir. No.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed.
It was mutual. I mean, we just weren't suitable in the bedroom, and he was a liar to boot. So I couldn't trust him, and I didn't respect him.
I didn't lie to you.
And I don't respect him, and I'm not going to have anything to do with him. I'm just done.
I'm sorry, Julie. I couldn't pay you back what I didn't have.
Yes, you are sorry.
And I will. And I hope we could be friends again. I really do.
No.
Honestly, so.
No. I told you that a long time ago.